All right, so back up here on the bike and just continuing to push to the south. I'm going to try to zip you ahead a little bit here to try to save some time. Again, as I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of video in this episode just simply because there's so much to see on this section of line. So we'll stop here. We do have a, you can see Portage Creek down below us there. And I do believe there's a culvert around here somewhere. There's no marker on it, I don't think. So you can see the creek down there. Or at least this part of this creek. So here's the culvert here. And there is no, not that I can see of, there's no marker on that. Okay, so we're coming through, guess what, another rock cut. So again, you can see that very red colored rock here. Again, I do apologize for the, there's a lot of contrast today. It's actually a little too sunny. It would have been nice if it was a little more hazy, but the sun really makes that red rock pop. So again, you can see all the soft red rock, okay, very shale-like. You see how easily it erodes. This is not typical for type of rock that you see in here. This is very much a, again, I don't know what type of rock it would be called, but you see it's definitely a sedimentary type rock, and around here you see more of the igneous type rocks, the things of granite and things like that. Much harder. They don't tend to erode like this, right? You can see here how it's all kind of come down. Okay, so I'm gonna, there's another little piece here. There's actually a little bit more. I almost forgot. There's so much rock work on here that, like, I'm having a hard time remembering everything that I saw. And I actually even did a little walk last night with Luna. We actually walked part of the grade, the first about 3 kilometers or so. You can see all the ice is starting to melt. Still is a little nippy. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you ahead to the next rock cut. Okay, so we're approaching our next point of interest here. Actually, a couple things, right? Because we do have a rock cut, but if you'll notice, we actually do have a mileage sign, or I don't know what you call these, mileage boards. So this one here is 167. So again, that is the mileage on the Kinghorn. And so for the original lines, the Canadian Northern Nipigon Subdivision and the Canadian National Railways Dorion Subdivision, we need to subtract 49.7, and so that becomes 117.3 on those lines. There's actually a few of them in this section. Usually they were either taken down or I guess people liberated them. There is one here. I swear that it was there a few years ago. So I've been through this section 2 times before. So in 2018, I actually was my first ever bike on the Kinghorn. I came here with my sons, and we just kind of went to Pass Lake and kind of rode up here, and actually we rode up to our starting point there. Here you can see the again, all the soft rock and everything melting, all the ice kind of working its way, turning into water and working its way down on the face of the rock cut. Again, you can see the soft nature, you can see all the pieces of rock and all the erosion that's kind of happened. And so there's one that's further up, not the next one, the one after that, the 169 one I think is missing. So I've been here a few times. So 2018 I was here, and then I was back here in 2019. But in 2019 I didn't bike it, so that's why we're redoing this. And so this cut just sort of continues here as the grade continues to turn a little bit more here, and it straightens out and it turns again. It's just hugging the natural geography of the cliffs and the ridges here. And probably here you can see how very, very high it is. You can see the top of the ridges there. Those ridges are probably a good 100-120 feet above where we are here. So again, you can see the extreme geography. You can see Portage Creek down there in kind of the valley. And then again, the railway grade here just kind of hacked out of the side of the cliff here. And then again, you can see this continuation of this cut here. Again, all of that soft red rock. One of the things you'll notice too along here, and it's hard because I'm going to be shooting into the sun, but all along here it seems like I've never seen a section with so many ties. I know that was a very common thing to do, is just to chuck the ties off into the bush when you were replacing them, but it just seems there's tons of them all along here as you're going along on the slope side, on the downward slope. And again, you can see the top of the ridges up there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue pushing our way to the south here, and then we're going to see yet more ridges, and then eventually we're going to start making our turn and heading more in a westerly direction.